Kulturahan tayo. Kasama natin si Gerlie Collado, Project Manager of the Pasadena Playhouse and also Community Organizer. Kasama rin natin si Alison de la Cruz, who is a theater maker. Welcome to Kababayan Today.
Thank you.
I feel like you guys are family. I've known you for so long. It's so nice to see your faces here on the show.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Can we
so
make
fun
this
to be back.
Can we make this a regular thing?
Yes.
Because Alison,
should.
really, I mean,
Yes,
I've been trying to get Alison on the show because you were here for our panel,
Yes, so much
our
fun.
women's panel,
Yes.
and that was so much fun. But Gerlie, we've got some really great news for Filipino American History Month. Pasadena Playhouse is doing this amazing event. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so next Thursday we're hosting a Filipino American History Month event starting at 6:30 in our library. Alison and 4 other artists and poets are going to join her to do readings, and hopefully you will join us as well. And really just going to share different stories that relate to the Filipino American experience. And this event is really part of a much larger project. It's a 4-year grant initiative that's being funded by the Wallace Foundation, and I'm responsible to do community organizing with Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders to make sure that our stories are shared more so on the theater, you know, at all parts of the Playhouse. This builds on much larger work that the Playhouse has been doing for almost 20 years in terms of diversifying its audiences and really making sure that the theater reflects the stories that of the community that it serves.
Okay, this is huge. I mean, if you don't understand what this really means, it means that big theaters all over, not just here in Los Angeles, but let's say ACT, which is American Conservative Theater, they're doing Monstrous. Our stories are being told. How that's a reflection of our representation in this country. And when we were growing up, there was nothing like that. So Alison, talk to us as a theater maker, the fact that our stories are being told out there. What does the community need to do in order for our stories, for our stories to be told even more? Because, you know, this is just a small sliver of the pie, right? Yeah.
Definitely. I think what's really exciting right now, and really at the Pasadena Playhouse, they're the State Theater of California, which I have always appreciated, knowing that we have a home in California for theater. That locally here in LA County, it's in Pasadena. And I think that at this particular moment in time, we're seeing a growth in the amount of work that's being produced. We're seeing companies like the Pasadena Playhouse or ACT, but we're also seeing companies that have long been doing the work, like East West Players or Pan Asian Rep in New York. And so it's a cool time to see the ways in which we have now generations of theater makers who are doing the work. We also have new folks who are emerging onto the scene who are trying to figure out whether they, where and how they want to make the work. And I also think the other interesting part, and we were actually talking about this on the way here, is that there's also these moments in theaters around the country where people still don't understand why if they are doing a play like, let's say, The Mikado, why would you want to cast an Asian American instead of a white person in yellowface, right? Or if you're doing a play that has South Asian people, why wouldn't you cast South Asian people? And so I think we're in this really interesting kind of bump and flex around what is representation and what is authenticity and what is story. And so for me as an artist, as somebody who has worked at the Playhouse, who continues to admire and love their work, as somebody who's worked in lots of different theaters in LA, I also feel like it's a really important time for our community to realize these places are for us, right?
Yes.
And it is
So
our
we
opportunity.
need to support.
We do. And we need to expand what we think about, because I know we'll go and we'll see each other on stage, or we might go see, you know, we might go support our friends who are in PCNs if they're in that generation, or we might go see folks in bands or things like that. But I think to be able to think about the thing I love about theater is the stage is a magical open place where anything is possible. And what does that mean when I decide to leave my house or leave my car or leave my cell phone and sit in a room at the Pasadena Playhouse with over 600 people and watch something together, and to hear people where they breathe, to hear where they laugh.
That's culture. That's culture making.
Yeah.
Right there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're part of something that's alive, that's breathing, and really you're creating history. Yeah.
And what's great about this initiative is we're really open to ideas. You know, we want to hear what people want to see on stage. We want to know what stories are out there that people want to share with 600 other people in our theater. This is not just about focusing on, you know, trained artists. We want to hear stories. We want to get ideas from the community. In fact, this event that's happening next Thursday, it came out of an idea that Giovanni Ortega and I just kind of came up with during a conversation. We were both looking at each other wondering, like, what's happening for Filipino American History Month? And at the time, neither of us had heard anything. So I said, I have the space. What do you want to do? Let's do something.
And that's the great thing about collaborating with other like-minded individuals is things happen. And it's so much bigger than just us. It's for the world that we can share it with, right? So thank you so much for coming to Kababayan Today. And Alison, I'm so excited because you will be giving us a short excerpt of your amazing talent when we return here on Kababayan Today. Don't go away.